I want you to imagine with me for a moment having an untouchable peace inside of you, having so much peace within you that literally no one could hurt you, upset you. Nothing could hurt you or upset you if you didn't want to be emotionally stimulated by it. Now, even I, having practiced these things for years, am still not untouchable, but I can talk about this because I'm at a point where I am just not bothered by everyday things. I choose what I want and don't want to react to. And this isn't in some sort of robotic automaton, toxic positivity, oh, everything's just fine sort of way. This is genuinely from a place of knowledge and discernment where, because in everything I do and everything I take in, rather than having my body and my ego be the first thing that takes over, my higher self and my logical self, my loving self, is the first thing to react. And therefore, I have the opportunity to think about things before I react to them in that sense. These are the things, these are the tools that I want to bring to everyone that I possibly can, which is why I've put them in my intuitive lifestyle course. Everything that I know and that my teachers have taught me are what I bring to the intuitive lifestyle course. So these are things like figuring out where your self-love comes from so that you can, or you're figuring out where your self-love, figuring out where your self-worth comes from so that you can replace it with things like self-love rather than concern for outside anything. It's all sorts of the tools, habits, and skills that I've collected over many, many, many years. I mean, at least 25 years, maybe even longer than that, of working on myself and working with others to build and develop and learn these tools, skills, and habits so that I can be a happy, healthy person, choosing to do whatever it is, respond to whatever it is, rather than constantly be on that defensive of reacting all the time. So I really want to encourage you to ask me any questions you have, or head on over to Patreon and sign up. This is the cheapest live round I will ever be doing at $33 a month for the Patreon subscription. I also have one other tier that gives you a once a month session with me. That's $60 a month on Patreon. You get all of the Patreon content, so it's not just the course, it's everything else I've put up on Patreon so far. But a usual live round of this course is $888 for the whole course, and you will be able to, for the time you're a Patreon member, have access to it for $33 a month, including the filming of this live round. So that means interacting with me, doing the Q&As. The first Q&A will be next week, this coming week. It's a Sunday right now, so, in just a few days, and it doesn't matter if you're on Module 4 or not, you can join the week 4 Q&A, and then there will be the next Q&A on the 8th week for Module 8, but again, it doesn't matter if you're on Module 8. If you join us for the week 8 Q&A, you can ask me questions about anywhere you are in any of the modules, or really any questions at all you have about, personal development, personal growth, spiritual awakening, all of the good stuff that having a happy, healthy life entails, whether you see that and are doing it from a spiritual centered place or just a practical place of health and happiness. So I want to invite everybody, like I said, to head over to however you can ask me questions, wherever this video is posted, and otherwise head on over to Patreon and sign up.